Hey everybody, Mark here from Mark Builds Bricks. We have another fantastic cyberpunk neon city set for you by Lumibricks. This is the game stack set number L9095. It's 2,580 pieces, and this was a lot of fun to build. It was an interesting build because there's a lot of things that are modular. We're going to review this at the different stages as we go through, as we always do, and check things out. And I gotta admit, this was an interesting one for sure. Fully bought this set myself, got it on Lumibricks' Amazon Canada site so they can send it to me overnight. And we're going to jump in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into the review.
Welcome.
So don't forget to head on over to lumibricks.com and check out all the cool sets that are on sale, and join their rewards program as well, because everything you do purchase through the Lumibricks website, you get points that you can redeem, and the more levels you go up, the more perks you get, and absolutely lots of fun going through that. So also in the description, we have our affiliated links. So if you wish to help out this channel by using the links while you purchase and go shopping on Lumibricks, by all means, it's free to use, and you also help out this channel. So greatly appreciated. Everything will be in the description of this video for you as we go through. With this set, holy smokes, let's talk about manuals. We got the main manual. Look at that beefy manual right there. That's a lot of meat on this manual. But we also have here another smaller manual and another one right here, because this set is modularly built, and you got these little separate sections to build, and your friends can join in and build each of these sections because they have their own bags as well. So bag 10 is just this little cubicle, this one is 11, and so on, and 12. But the bulk of the build for the full frame of where all those go in is this manual itself. Fantastic logo on the bottom, QR codes to get the digital instructions downloaded, a fantastic picture of the actual set. Also Lumibricks, we got the set number, game set name, how many pieces, and so on. And going into it, we have some grid imagery about Lumibricks, as we always do, going into the sets, which is really good. Here is a fantastic photo on basically of the current Lumibricks cyberpunk sets, all attached together and daisy chained with their lights on. So they're really cool. This one, as I said, it comes little modular pieces. You can actually move them and put them in different places, which is pretty cool. And then we get all our main characters of the minifigs that we do get with this one, and then it goes into the normal, hey, check your lights, all the instructions, the batteries and stuff like that, and so on, going through all the different languages that it does come with, what lights are in which bags. There is one set that is in the, when you get to a certain stage, it's asking for a certain light, and it's in the wrong bag, but it's okay. It's there. It's just the bag that it says it's in, it's not the correct one. Of course, checking the battery and all that fun stuff. And then it jumps into the F bag, which is all your specialty wire management pieces, as well as your minifigs and stuff. And as you're going through, we have a nice little steps on how to build the 4 minifigures. But this time round, we have like a little story or a little conversation going throughout the manual and throughout the build between characters, which is really cool. This is the first time we've seen this throughout the manual. Usually it's at the front, but this is pretty cool. Going through the manual, pretty straightforward. There are lots of extra pages where there's one step, it shows you what to do, and then the next page is actually the finish of that step. I really think this is really good for beginner and intermediate level builders that want to take on something like the game stack, which is a little bit more on the higher intermediate and into the expert level, just because with the wire management and stuff like that. But all in all, extra pages to help clear up some of the steps and everything, which is absolutely great. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary. Most of the wiring also has a lot of extra slack. There's a couple of spots that I'll mention later about, but like as I said, there's conversations going throughout the manual itself, which is pretty cool. That's pretty much it for the manual. We do have an elevator, by the way. So here we have a nice little picture of the set with all the lights on, and of course the different sets that we have in the back. Most of these sets I do have videos on and reviews, so if you want to check them out, there's going to be a card up at the top right hand corner for you to check out the playlist with all of the Lumibricks sets that I've built and reviewed so far. But so that is basically it. Main manual, the little individual manuals for building the little individual sets, and let's get into this. Let's talk about the minifigs that come with this set. Look at all these adorable minifigures. We got 4 minifigures that are in place. Absolutely really cool print work on all their faces and stuff like that, with different cyberpunk type looks and feels and implants and stuff like that as well. Their torsos, fantastic printing. We got 2-tone legs on this gentleman right here, which is pretty cool. And of course we have another clone or transparent minifigure as well. So far from the other set, the transparent pink character was actually a clone of Aaron, which was the other minifigure. So we're not sure who's cloning this one, but absolutely fantastic print. Like, they look absolutely great. The backs of them, we do have some detail on the back of them as well, as you can see. Some nice little printing on all of them. This one's got a little shoulder pack as well. This one, I don't know, it's got some type of strap going around and stuff like that. So those are the minifigures that you do get with them. We do have her feet on backwards, just to let you know. So we will fix that because she's got laces on her shoes and they're facing the wrong way. But all in all, those are the main minifigures you do get with this set. I think they look fantastic, and these ones look cool. I still don't like the arms and the hands, but I'm getting used to them. Fantastic print job though. The main part of the game stack built. This is everything in book 1, or the first manual. All the wiring, the batteries, everything is set in place. So all we need to do is actually put in the modules and stuff like that. So let's take a look at what we got right off the bat. Very interesting, very industrial, a bit looking as well, with things stacked on each other, which is pretty cool. We do have some different angles as well, where one of the modules that will be fitting here on an angle and stuff like that. But lots of awesome printed goodness throughout this whole set. Fantastic. So no stickers were harmed in this set at all, because there isn't any. All printed awesome. We have a nice game controller here with a little joystick. This white joystick can be replaced with a red one, or I think it's a silver one. So if you want a metallic version to go with the gold and the silver D-pad section, by all means you can switch it out. We had some nice little printing here. We got some printing game stack level 1. We have a nice little rotating sign here down at the bottom where you can see the sign just tilts, turns, and everything. Very cool. We also have this little robot which actually turns, but he's also on a slider. So he actually slides all the way out and all the way back. So this is really interesting little feature that I was not expecting in the build, because when I was building it, I was like, hey, what's going to go in this section? This is actually pretty cool. And then we have a robot. We have a nice little printed window here down on this side, more printed goodness over on this side. Down at the bottom here, we have a nice little bar type scenario with a little robotic arm that serves and everything. Also, as you can see, where all the modules are going to be going into place, there are power jumpers. So we have one right there. There's going to be one up at the top in this corner as well. We have one down at the bottom. We have one on this level down here. So lots of cool things that are going to be coming on. Turn to this side. I think this is an actual fantastic way to hide this battery, even though it's in pure sight. But you can actually put up another module right beside it and it won't get in the way. And the switch is on here, so it's going to be fully accessible, which is great. But this is actually a really good spot for it, just because the way this set looks and everything like that, it kind of blends in with the stacked items and stuff like that. So I actually don't mind the battery box exposed like this. Also, we have some Technic at the bottom here. We also have a USB connection as well, so you can actually use USB to power this up if you don't want to use the power bank. Plus, we do have in the base plates a couple of power connectors, so you can actually... So as you can see, we do have at the bottom as well some Technic pieces with a little crank arm, because if we turn the crank arm, we actually have an elevator that goes up. So If I turn this way so you can see through the window, we have an elevator that goes up, which works very well. It's a little, I would say, not super stiff, secure here. Very simple setup, very easy to motorize as well. We do have another Tecton piece that's held in place with a rubber with the teeth of the gear just to hold the elevator up. The elevator is not very heavy, so if we do lift this up, it releases it, but the elevator stays right where it is just because there's no weight to the elevator. So I would recommend putting some weight on the bottom of the elevator or somewhere in the elevator as well, so it can go up and down very easily when you release it. Other than that, I do like the burgundy windows and stuff like that. All the windows do open up as well, so you can actually have them open and close and stuff like that. Except for the taller windows, they are fixed in place. We have an interesting spot where we're going to be putting one of the modules in this side. Over on this side, as you can see, we have this little hanging sign. So this is the first time we actually have a full-blown hanging sign. It's not lit up. It's pretty cool print and stuff like that. Also, we have some lighted tubes, and we also have our drone that's connected to simulate that it's flying around the building. Now, let's turn the lights on. Here you have it with the lights actually all on. Look at that nice printing on the windows from the light shining through that. That absolutely looks great. At this side, you can see we have some neon tubing. We have some lights that are actually in the base plate itself. We have a neon tube there as well that's lighting everything up from the bottom. We also have some pulsating lights here on this side as well that is lighting up this whole track as you can see. We do have a light that is lighting up from behind this sign as well. And if we go up to the top, you can see we have a fantastic game stack transparent sign that changes in color, which is really great. We do have a nice little beacon light at the top that just stays red. And on this corner here, we have some lights inside that yellow part of the building as well, where this actually opens up. And then you can see inside as well with some nice little print. Neon tube on this side as well. But that is the bulk of the build of the structure of the game stack, which is really cool. So it gives it a nice little feel of that overall structure. And then the modulars, you can just put them wherever you wish, which is pretty cool. So on that note, let's grab a few of them and we'll put them in later. All right, so here is the first module for the second manual that we build for this set. And again, it is a little module, so they're meant to interchange into different spots, but look at all the little details that you can see inside here. How about that? That looks absolutely fantastic. We got some nice print on the windows. We got some print in the background on the red pieces as well. We've got arms that look like they're moving and stuff like that. Coming to this side, we have a nice little opening right here. On the back, we have a nice little window type detail. Plus, we have our little power jumper right here because this is going to light up as we put it in place. And we do have a nice little print on this side. Now, the other cool thing about this is it does open up. So here you have a nice access to everything inside. It's like two little robotic lab rooms and stuff like that. So pretty cool. That is basically the first modular that we do build for this set. The second module that we build, which is basically book 3 of this set. And I love the curved window on this one. Absolutely love it. Nice little curve. It gives it some good character of this. And again, this looks like it's another area where you can lay a minifigure down so they can get some cyber implants and stuff like that. Who knows? But there is studs at the foot of the bed as well, so you can actually connect a minifigure in, and a minifigure will stay in place. We got some nice little printing on the outside. Like as I said, we had some fantastic printing on the glass front window as well. We have a nice window on this side, and we do have our power jumper right here to connect as well. Now this one also opens up in the back, so you can actually place your minifigure inside. So pretty cool. The little bed seating does move around and stuff like that. And we do have a printed piece on top. Looks like a little panel with some details of information. And of course, we do have our light right at the top. This back wall is only held in with a couple of studs. So it fits in nicely. and it absolutely looks great with the color tones. And I like that the modulars that we're building, they're all different color and all different characters. So it gives this set some really cool details. So we're back with another modular built for this one, which I believe this is book 4. If I remember, book 4 is for this one. This one's a little interesting. Other than it's got some really cool character with the dark pink with the gray tones and also with the yellow. And we do have our power jumper. We do have a mechanism for something that turns inside. And we do have this little panel right here, which actually opens up because it just bends down and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but there are loose pieces in here, and that's on purpose because this is a weird little thing that you can actually turn with the back piece as well. And basically what it does is when you turn the pieces, it goes around, and then a couple of the tokens and stuff like that will come out. And these are just being used as tokens. Now there's a hole on the roof as well, so you can angle and drop these tokens in as well. So it's like a giant vending machine type game machine where you have to pick something up and move it around and type scenario. So kind of interesting. Out of the modulars that we do build for this, this is my least favorite out of them all. I think we could have used this space for something a little interesting and stuff like that. But other than that, something really cool and stuff like that. And there you have it. Now for the final modular that we do build for this set. This is the last book and everything. Absolutely so much detail in this one. We have a nice little arcade machines up on the top floor here, which absolutely look great. We got ones with guns, we got ones with a controller pad, we got a typical joystick and some nice printed screens on there, which looks absolutely great. We do have a nice printed lit up transparent panel right here that's going to light up very nicely as well. We do have a piece here, prints on the door itself. The door opens up nicely, as you can see, and we have an arcade game right here in the front, which is pretty cool. Plus we have our power connector right here as well, because this is going to light up as soon as we slide it in. Now we're going to turn this to the side, and then it's fully open. Now this top awning piece that you can see here, this is not attached in the back at all. It just sits there. So just be mindful when you're pulling it in and out of the main structure that this could get loose or pop off, because it's only being held by the studs in the front bottom here. So just a mental note there. And as well, this is the back of it. So we got a body enhancement. We have another big printed piece inside and a couple of small printed pieces. Lots of syringes in this set, by the way. Lego would not do that with their new rules and stuff like that. But we have lots of syringes in this set, at least 3 that I think I've counted. But so with this little lever here that you just go back and forth with, what it's actually doing, and if hopefully I can do this without twisting anything, but it actually makes some movement like you're jousting or playing in the arcade game, which is pretty cool. Where it's got some nice printing of score level and stuff like that for player 1 and player 2. And I thought that was pretty cool. We do have a wiring to power up at the top as well, right here. Now, when this slides in, it's going to slide right up against this wire. So be mindful of this part right here, because I think this is going to break down the road if we keep sliding the pieces in and out. Myself, I'm going to probably set it in and probably not move it for display purposes going forward. But this is probably one of my favorite parts of the build, is this whole get up piece. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So now let's put them all together. So now we are going to put all this together into the frame or the main part of the building. But first, we're going to turn the lights on again. So we're going to leave the lights on. So you're going to see things pop on as we slide them into place. Now, the first piece we're going to put in, which is the first one we built, which is this nice little blue set right here. We're going to put this one in. Now, to do this one correctly, because this one goes down here at the bottom. So you've got 2 things you can do. You can actually detach this arm, which you can just unhook like this and then just swing it out of the way. We can take this, the power is on the bottom right, so we can just slide this piece right in and just give it a little, and once it pops into place, you can see the light pops on nicely. So how cool is that? Then all you need to do is just swing this arm back over, attach it where it needs to be, and swing this arm back up to make it look like it's attached. And there you have it. So there's the first modular in place for the game stack. Now the second one is this kind of teal and curved unit, which this one goes right here. And again, I'm going based on the manuals. You can actually interchange these wherever you wish. It's the one on the bottom, the yellow one. I think it's just going to be in the same spot. But then this one, you can interchange them to wherever you think goes. So this one is just basically going to sit in place right there. We're going to pop it in. The only thing that's actually going to be holding that in is the power jumpers. So here you have it with the light on. Looks really cool. It's a little wobbly, but that's just because of the piece that it's sitting on, but it's on there pretty good. Now, the next piece is the pink one, which goes up at the top. Power adapters in the back, in the corner here. So slide that in this, line it up, give it a nice little push in place, and there you have it. Pops on nicely. So we have the light and everything. And as well, it's still fully accessible to turn mechanism in the back. There's nothing blocking it in any way, shape, or form. Now, the next thing we need to put in is the yellow set that goes at the bottom. That one goes in from the back. So we're going to turn this around. So this one, the power coupling or the power connector is at the front, and it's on the front on this set as well. So this one, you just glide it onto the little grooves, slide it in. Now, this is what I was mentioning earlier about the wire. This wire is going to rub up against this piece right here. So just be mindful of that when you're putting it in. It might do some wear and tear on the wire, but basically you just slide it right in, give it a nice little extra push. As you can see from this side, the light is already on. Now, if we turn it around, take a look at that here. Let me kill my main light here. There you go. Nicely lit up. We got things blinking. The arcade is lit up very nicely. The game stack, everything is super cool. I actually really like this set. It was fun to build. Definitely interesting way of building things because you're building basically 5 different things and then you're putting them together. So all in all, brick quality, fantastic. Always, you can't go wrong with Lumibricks sets with the brick qualities these days. It is spot on, no issues whatsoever, no damaged pieces, no missing pieces. So this was actually a fantastic build. The overall look and everything, I think it looks fantastic. I like the different colors and everything that come with it. It gives it a little bit more pop, a little bit more character as well. And the battery pack being exposed where it is on the side, near the elevator, I think it's great. The only downfall, and it's very minor, is the elevator. I think it's a fantastic idea to have the elevator so everybody can get to each level, which is really cool. So you can get right up to this top level. But the mechanism or the crank arm, it's not strengthened nicely. So I might change the back of that to make it more of a block solid so it can go well. Plus, you can also motorize it if you wish because it's very exposed and very easy and you don't have to tear everything apart to do anything. Of course, we can daisy chain this to the different cyberpunk sets so you can have one battery to rule them all, to light them all up, which is absolutely awesome. If you really want to buy this set, all the description of information to purchase this set from Lumibricks will be in the description. And if you want to help out the channel, use those links. They're free for you to use, and it does help out this channel greatly. Plus, if it's not on sale, there will be a discount code for you in the description. I believe it's MBB10, and my affiliate link works for all the sets on there. So even if you use the link in this video, if you go to the next set and you purchase another set, it's already using the affiliate link. So you'll be helping out the channel big time. We are on our way to the next goal for this channel, which is the 5,000 subscriber mark. So we are at the 1,280, I believe, or 1,283. So 5,000 is our next goal that we're going to try to hit. So smash that subscribe button. Hit the like on the videos, share the videos out, comment as much as you wish. I always like reading the comments. I try to answer as many comments as possible on all the videos. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next review.